2 News at 11 starts now.
And first here tonight at 11, we have just learned the West Carrollton man released by North Korea will be landing here at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base very early tomorrow morning.
And this will be the first time Jeffrey Fowle will be back in the Miami Valley since he was detained 6 months ago. Brooke Moore live with the still developing story.
Mark, Katie, we're actually just outside Fowle's West Carrollton home where there have been police officers out here. And in fact, they have his street and the streets surrounding his home blocked off in preparation for his arrival tomorrow morning. Tonight, I saw his wife and his kids walking into their home, so they are here. I also talked to the family's attorney, who says that while he's been working on being released overseas, the attorney's been here trying to help his family. After months of awaiting trial in North Korea, 56-year-old Jeffrey Fowle was flown out of the country on a U.S. government jet. His wife and kids are overjoyed.
She screamed when I told her, and I could tell that she was overexcited. There was part of the conversation that I really had no idea what was even being said.
Timothy Teep, the family's attorney, says the last few months have had ups and downs, especially after seeing 2 other American detainees tried and convicted.
One of the darkest days throughout this was when Mr. Miller was convicted and sentenced to 6 years hard labor.
Fowle's trouble began when he left a Bible at a nightclub in Chongjin last May. Tonight, one of the biggest questions is why North Korea let him go. A White House spokesperson says the Swedish government helped negotiate his release. Back home, Teep has been working to take care of Fowle's family.
Jeffrey lost his job at the end of September, which meant that insurance benefits, the regular source of income flow was stopping, but the people at the city of Moraine have bent over backwards and have just been wonderful to work with, and did everything and have done and continue to do everything they can for Jeffrey and his family.
Fowle flew from North Korea to Guam earlier today. It's still unclear when and where he's flying next, but it's something many people have been praying for.
Pastor Tom was telling me that just Sunday night they had a prayer service at Urban Crest, and that they were praying specifically for the DPRK just to release Jeff. And here we are 2 days later.
And as Mark said, we have since learned Fowle will be landing at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base early tomorrow morning. I also asked the family's attorney about Fowle's job with the city of Moraine. He says after talking closely with city officials, Fowle will have some decisions to make about whether he would like to retire or try to get his job back. But the attorney was confident he would be able to if he decides on that. We'll be continuing to follow this story, including Fowle's arrival here to the Miami Valley. You can stick with us for 2 News Today starting tomorrow morning at 4:30. Reporting live in West Carrollton, I'm Brooke Moore. 2 News, working for you.
And with the release of Fowle, that makes 2 U.S. citizens now being held in North Korea. 46-year-old Kenneth Bay has been held since 2012. He is accused of hostile acts to bring down the government, and he was sentenced to 15 years hard labor. He has said in interviews he is in great pain and desperate to come home. And 25-year-old Matthew Miller just recently sentenced to 6 years after he was accused of ripping up his tourist visa and asking for asylum.
And today we also spoke with a Cedarville University International Studies professor who says that before and after Fowle returns, he will likely face several debriefings.
I think it's an opportunity to interview him before he's affected by any outside source. The CIA knows very little about North Korea, and it's an opportunity to garner more information. And after all, he's spent several months in the country. Things that he may unwittingly have seen may be useful information for the United States.
And again, Wright-Pat officials confirming to us just minutes ago that Fowle will land at Wright-Pat very early tomorrow morning. We'll have coverage for you, of course.